I don't think I really had a mentor. I think I observed people. They probably didn't know they were my mentors as I observed them. The first person I thought about was my neighbor lady, Leota King, because we had a tragedy in our family when I was 6 years old. And she took my sisters and took care of us for a period of time because Mom was at the hospital with my brother. I saw her do everything in the neighborhood, taking care of people. She always amazed me when she could take us to church and somebody new showed up at church. She'd invite them home for lunch. Now, I don't know how she figured out that there was one person or 6 people extra for lunch on Sunday dinner, but she always would invite anybody that was new at church to come home for lunch. But she was always serving, as well as our community. They donated blood and skin for my brother, which was unheard of. In the 40s, you didn't have a blood bank. You didn't have anybody to do skin grafts. So people were willing to go in and have their thighs shaved, so have a huge floor burn, but they were willing to donate. So I saw those people giving service. And then later on, when I was older in church, I saw pastors and their wives serving a lot. And that was, to me, a good example, a good role model, that if they had time to do that, I had time to do that. I think I've grown quite a bit over the years. My first type of serving was in the kitchen because that's a safe place for me. I could cook and I could do that and didn't have to be out in the public a whole lot. I felt that I was okay there. And then as I grew a little bit, people would ask me to do more things in church. And this other church asked me to serve as a coordinator, a co-coordinator for the Church Alive weekend, which was scary. But you never know when you're asked to serve or you help serve, whether it's going to make you grow or make somebody else grow. And it was amazing because in the middle of the Church Alive weekend, I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. So we never know when you go to serve, is it going to change you? Is it going to change somebody else's life? We don't know what it's going to do. Service has become a big thing in my life. Most of the time it's just little stuff that anybody can do, whether it's cleaning up a kitchen, cleaning toys, whatever it happens to be. Most of us can do that type of thing. You don't have to have a lot of big skills because I definitely can't do music and I can't do instruments, and they don't want me to do things like that. And then when we did our addition to Maple Avenue, I was back in the kitchen again. They had confidence in me to ask me to help share the meals for 75 to 100 people for 3 times a day. I was just amazed when you got the women of this church together, what talents they have, because if I hadn't served with them, I would not know that I had people that were skilled in computers. One lady was able to set up a program for volunteers to sign up to serve and times to serve. Another one had a way to do the kitchen calculator to change a recipe, like for strawberry pie for 100 people versus for 6 or 7 people. It was just amazing all the skills that these people had. And people that would go out and run errands for us. They couldn't come and stay because of little kids, but they would go run errands and get groceries every day that were lacking. That was just wonderful and amazing how that all worked out together. I got to learn a lot of the people in the church. They served to help out, but I got to see a lot about them as well. I think too often we get in this idea that it's easier just to do it ourselves and instead of asking people to be there with you. But it's so much more fun and you get it done so much quicker if you ask somebody to come help and work alongside you. Whether it's in the kitchen or cleaning or whatever it happens to be, I would benefit and they would benefit if we would work more together. I would like everybody to know that it's not hard. There's always a talent that you have that you can use. I think we think our talents are minimal, like if I not able to sing or play an instrument that I'm not useful, but that's so far from the truth. There's always some talent you have that you can use to serve others. We never know when you go to serve, is it going to change you? Is it going to change somebody else's life? We don't know what it's going to do.